Thanks for listening to Entreneato, the show where we help you live the Neato life. By listening to Entreneato, you'll learn how to develop multiple streams of income. You'll hear amazing stories and takeaways from professionals in their field. And you'll learn more about yourself and how you're wired. The average person spends 90,000 hours at work in their lifetime. Student loan debt is at an all-time high, and 41% of all divorce is based on finances. If you feel like you're surviving, but you wouldn't exactly say you're thriving, then you've come to the right place. Whatever stage of life you're in, Entreneato is here to help you be a better entrepreneur. Break out of that rat race and start living your Neato life today. And now introducing your Neato host, Matt Neff.
Welcome back to Entreneato. On the show today, we have Sean Cannell, YouTube influencer, YouTuber, international speaker, and co-author of the book, YouTube Secrets. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening today to the show. Last episode, we had a part one, if you will, with Sean Cannell on the topic of reasons come before results, the secret to getting started. And we talked about his backstory, how he got into video production, and the driving force behind him getting started in YouTube. If you've never heard of Sean Cannell is a YouTuber, international speaker, and coach that helps entrepreneurs build their influence and income with online video. Sean's YouTube channels have over 700,000 subscribers. His videos have been viewed over 43 million times, and he has been featured in the 20 must-watch YouTube channels that will change your business by Forbes. You can check out new weekly content that will help you grow your influence with online video at ThinkMedia and Video Influencers. Be sure to grab a copy of his book, YouTube Secrets, which is currently on sale for $4.99 on Amazon. Like I mentioned last episode, this was such a jam-packed episode. We've never actually had this in the history of the show where we decided to just split it up into two interviews. We normally go 20, 30 minutes as the goal, and Sean went for an hour, and it was amazing. So if you haven't heard the first part of the interview, make sure you stop right now, listen to that. That will set up everything that we're going to be talking with him about today in this episode. And for more information on Sean and his work, head over to seancannell.com. That's Seancannell. And as always, thank you for listening to Entreneato. If you get a chance, check out entreneato.com. That's ENTRENEATO.com. I feel like I'm spelling a lot today. For archived interviews, exclusive blog posts from our guests, merchandise, and make sure to get your free book thanks to our friends at Audible. And if you'd like to go above and beyond, you think that's not enough, Matt, I need to help the show more, consider supporting us through our Patreon page. We're currently running a $1 challenge where you would support the show $1 a month, or you can also give a one-time donation. Another way to help the show is by leaving a written review on iTunes. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the show. Now on to our interview with Sean Cannell and how to create passive income using YouTube.
If I was kind of going through my story, like what I would say practically and how I made this work was I first identified kind of my expertise. If someone already had a business, one of the people in our kind of advanced training, we have a program called Video Ranking Academy where people learn this in detail. And one of the members, Steve Panette, is a real estate agent. So you could actually go check it out. You go to the YouTube search bar, type in like Phoenix, Arizona real estate. And his video is right there on the first page. Only has a couple, like 3,000 views or something, but it's old. And right in the video is his phone number and his email. So, I mean, like when you talk about being, it's passive. Why? Because leads come in for real estate on a video he made 2 years ago, and they call him today. I want to sell a house. I want to buy a house, and I want to get a loan and whatever. And he makes money in all of those different transactions.
Sure.
And so that's, if you already have a pre-existing business, that's like a way to leverage YouTube. Why? Here's what this is all built on. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world.
Wow.
So you want to ask yourself, what is my target audience searching, or what is the target audience of this video interested in, and what is even their intent? So that person, if they're looking for Phoenix, Arizona real estate or real estate agent, they're looking to do business. So you want to be in something potentially like that. But here's another option. You also could do something like I did on my personal channel, where I kind of just reviewed products that were related to my passion and lifestyle. And something I do over there is a little health-based. I like getting into different products. So I'll give you a case study. I did a video called Best Greens Powder. And that's kind of niche, sounds crazy,
yeah.
but it's a powder you mix with water when you can't get access to like fresh green juice. And so this is actually, I think, a PowerPoint. Everyone listening is like, what? Probably, I've never heard of that. But there's things maybe in your world, like very specific things that maybe all accountants know about. And like when you go specific in your video idea creation, there's a lot of opportunity. So turns out about 3,000, maybe 4,000 people a month are searching for information on the best greens powder. And so a friend of mine sent me some of this a couple of years ago to try. It was called Organifi, and it was like this powder that you mixed with water and you drank it. It was delicious. It's green juice. And they had an affiliate program for that. So the way that one worked was you actually get 30% if you sell a product, a bottle of the powder. But also if you sign somebody up on continuity where they say, you know what, I want this once a month, every single month, you would get 30% of whatever that subscription price, however much volume they've subscribed to.
That's
so
great. Yeah. Wow.
I put out the video, and here's a principle. I'll give the 3 laws of YouTube success. Number 1, research before you press record.
Okay.
So I had started with the end in mind. I had thought, okay, I know what affiliate marketing is. I know that I've got this channel. This is just my channel. It's called my name. And there is just a place where I just talk about what I want to talk about, really. And so I made a video. I did my research, and this is keyword research. And you could use, here's just a quick tip. What you can do, this is really exciting. If you're driving, pull your car over. If you're at home, wherever, get in front of a computer. You could do it on your phone. It's best if you're in front of a laptop or a computer. Open up YouTube, go to the search bar, and just start typing. And if you type in like how to lose, well, what YouTube will do is they'll finish your sentence for you. Have you seen this before, Matt? Of course, on Google and YouTube, how they predict.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. You're like, it read my mind. How did it know?
Exactly. Those predictions, though, Matt, are YouTube telling you, when you do this on YouTube, what humans around the world are searching in order on YouTube of how popular it is. So if you type in how to lose, it'll say how to lose weight fast. It's like the most popular. The second one might be like how to lose weight fast for women. And that is the second most popular. Now, obviously, if it's the most popular search term, it's also probably has the most competition. It's the highest searched.
Sure.
But nevertheless, we are getting insights on the exact phrasing, the exact words people around the world are typing into search. So then this tells us how we should optimize and title our own content. Now, where this gets really powerful is going after how to lose weight fast is a terrible idea. It's just generic. And here's why, because what's the person's intent? What gender? Sure. It's gonna be different. What age? So when you go deeper, here's what's cool using this strategy of research before you press record is you type in how to lose weight fast for, maybe it's women, and then do another space after it. And now how to lose weight fast for women over 40. Okay, that's the video that you want to make. And that's when you're really starting to dial in that niche, which then brings us to tip number 2, which is rank your videos. So now you've identified the video you want to make. And here's how crazy this is. Maybe you are a personal trainer. You could make a video on how to lose weight generically, and that's what you're probably going to do, but it didn't get discovered. It didn't get views. But now you go, okay, well, I didn't record yet. I researched first. So now, well, of course, I could talk on a couple tips for how women over 40 can lose weight. So it just actually sparked the idea that's pulling on your past. So another example, Nicole, that's a part of our academy, is a kid's occupational therapist. So following the system, she researched and she found tummy time for newborns was like what it is. I didn't even know what tummy time was, you know, based on kind of our story. Well, now we don't have kids yet. Yeah. So I don't know what it is, but she did, right? Because she's in her niche. She's a kid's occupational therapist. Yeah. So she creates this video. Matt, this video has 750,000 views now.
Oh my gosh.
Search.
Wow.
It grew her YouTube channel to over 30,000 subscribers. But here's what's cool is we like to say you're one ranked video away from changing everything. Because even if Nicole never had another quote unquote ranked video, it built up a tribe, a community where now she's serving her subscribers, which is other content as well. Like it doesn't always have to be this crazy level of strategy, but when you follow this kind of process, what it does is it gives you the opportunity to meet strangers. It gives you the opportunity to meet people that don't know you yet, which is listeners' challenge. I mean, if you need a business, you need customers if you're going to make money.
Yeah.
Like if you want to build your social media platforms, you need followers. Well, where do you get them? And how do people find you when nobody knows you? Well, YouTube's a search engine. Number one, research before you press record. Number two, rank videos in search. And then number three is set up reoccurring revenue, which is what we're talking about. So now you can see the process. Nicole has created, I think it's like a weaning or a teething, and forgive me. She's created like a digital course, and I think it's $27.
Okay. And
she set it up so that when she creates a YouTube video, she gives some like free value, and then she can let people know, hey, if you actually want, this is the season you're in your life regarding raising your child, I've got this course that's going to walk you, hold your hand through this. Well, all these things can be set up. The deliverability of that course could be set up on automation. The YouTube video is out there, and it's just people can watch it, and then they could take the next step and click the link. Automated, right? And so it's reoccurring revenue. Another word for it would be like robot revenue. It's like you've got a robot working for you. That is the YouTube videos, the autoresponder you set up, where she hosts her course, that's digital, the way the payment is taken. Now, of course, as you start building a business in that case and you're selling a product, there's customer service because maybe someone's like, it's not what I thought it was or whatever. But nevertheless, the other option, again, is affiliate marketing. So there's someone in our community, Justin Coe, he did a video a while back, best Christian books for growing your faith or something like that. Video ranked in search. And so in the links below were the books on Amazon. And as people watch that video, they click those links. When they go and purchase those books, he gets a small commission. Here's the cool thing about the Amazon affiliate program, though. When someone clicks that link, Amazon actually tracks them related to you for 24 hours. So they might go, okay, I'm going to go check those books out. I'm not going to buy any new books yet. I'm going to add those to my wish list because I got so many other books to read. But you know what? My husband's birthday's coming up, and I wanted to get him some things. And let's say that person spent, again, $1,000, just totally hypothetically.
Sure.
Some of the percentages on Amazon are 10%. So theoretically, they click that link, and then you could make like $100 off other stuff. And I've seen this happen in my own business all the time where I'm talking about cameras. I remember when I woke up one morning and I saw a sale for the $1,500 gold coin.
Okay.
I assure you, Matt, I have never talked about gold coins online. I know nothing about gold coins, but my commission on that sale was $186, and I was asleep when it happened. Why? Because I have videos out on the internet that are getting views while you snooze. And in those videos, I'm adding value to people's lives, helping people a few steps back, learn about this particular area of cameras, how to use them, lighting, microphones. And then they're able to click links in the description below, go research products, buy them. And all of that then is happening on automation once you set it up.
So what's the connection to the gold coin then?
Because someone clicked a camera link of mine and then was like, okay, I don't know if they bought a camera or not. I don't have those details.
Yeah.
But then they go, but you know what? I need that $1,500 gold coin. Well, they click my link within 24 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So anything they buy on Amazon. So out of that $200,000 we'll generate this year, over 50% will be, well, probably not that, probably 30% will be random stuff. I mean, digital downloads. Like someone clicks your link, but then they go buy the $4.99 Amazon rental that night. Well, they clicked your link within 24 hours. They go and they buy diapers. They buy magazines, clothing. So if the more content you put out there online, and this could be true for a podcast, if you had podcast show notes or a way for someone to take action.
Yep.
This is true if you have a blog. It's true on YouTube. It could kind of be true on Instagram. It's just kind of hard to link away.
Sure.
So really, any way you could send traffic to people clicking these affiliate links if they're purchasing things, all it is you're making a percentage. And what's cool about that is because of the internet, that's why I likened it to that illustration of being a Best Buy employee, is now people still need guidance. They still want help. The internet is amazing, but when we're on the internet, we're like, well, I don't get to touch it and feel it. I don't get to talk to somebody. So what do they want to do? They want to go to YouTube and here's somebody who could say, so here's some ideas. I mean, maybe like you compare two blenders and people, they're doing, that's the kind of stuff I do, right? I'm like, should I get the Ninja blender or the Blend Tech?
Sure.
Go to YouTube.
I did that with my thermostat. When I was getting ready to buy a Nest thermostat, it was Nest or it was the Ecobee or whatever 4. And I watched tons of videos, unboxing videos, because I wanted to be, informed when I made my purchase, because it was kind of a big purchase.
100%. So instead of walking down to the local electronics store, smart home store, you're online, but you're online, you're helping people. And so another example is Heather Torres. And so she's a part of our academy. She has a homeschool channel. Now, what's cool here, as we're talking about ways to make money, is in that niche, back to the kind of market size and profitability, it's never going to generate $1 million talking about the best homeschool books. But she did that video, best homeschool books. And they're making around $50 to $100 a month side income.
Sure.
And she uploads a video about once a month. And every once in a while she'll talk about, so here's what she did. Our homeschool room tour. Hey, I did this, by the way, all this Tupperware right here that we organized, all the crayons and the pencils. I got this really good deal on Amazon. In fact, the shelving was from there too. And then actually over here, we got these like inspirational posters about like knowledge and whatnot. That's from a really cool site that has these cool,
That's so cool.
And then some things are, and by the way, it's not every video is trying to sell something.
Right.
Not every video it's just when relevant, people want to know, hey, what's the gear you use, or what are the products that you use, or and that's affiliate marketing. But then what she's also done is, because she's grown her influence on her homeschool channel, she's around 12,000 subscribers, which is massive. When you think about that, and that's the opportunity for people listening. She just punched fear in the face. She punched perfectionism in the face, and she pressed record and just started sharing her answers. Nobody ever knighted her as like, you're a homeschool expert. She didn't have any formal education for it, but she'd been doing it for years. She had read, 5-10 books on it because she's passionate about it. So she can help people a few steps back. And that's why it's working, because people are like, homeschool versus public school. What do I need to know to get started?
Yeah.
What about my self-doubt? What about the practical side of things? So she just puts out content helping people a few steps back, but then she's able to monetize. And here's a cool example of how you could then sort of stack these principles and tie in even a different income stream called brand deals. And a brand deal is where you just work directly with the brand because you have influence, and they maybe pay you some money, maybe they give you free product, and maybe they give you performance-based compensation off any sales you do during that promotion. Now, in this case, she reached out to their homeschool curriculum company and said, hey, like, do you ever do like brand deals or work with like social media influencers or YouTubers? To which they replied, what the heck are you talking about? We have never heard these strange terms. And she said, okay, that's totally, but they go, we're open. She goes, well, okay, cool. I'm a homeschool mom, and I've got, at the time, I think she's like, I've got about 5,000, other homeschool moms that are subscribed and that want to learn about this stuff. And so could we do something? And the terms they came to was that, okay, well, first of all, we'll give you the curriculum free. Now, her and her husband, Isaiah, they were going to buy that anyways.
Sure.
Because that's the curriculum they use. Is what they use to their kids. That's $1,600. So we're going to give you the curriculum for free. And then number 2, we are going to pay you a 10%, I think it was $2,000 as a flat fee to do a series of videos. If you do a video, like as you're going through it throughout the year, maybe one a month or something. And then finally, we'll give you 10% on any sales when you link to it in the description below. So did you see how that all stacked up?
Right.
And that comes back to, you build your influence. So that's why it is important to add value. And we're talking about this at a cavalier kind of pace. Like, look at, there's just, money just hanging on trees, which is actually kind of true, but I don't want to, underemphasize the fact that this takes time.
Sure.
You definitely have to put in the work. That's why I recommend YouTube Secrets. That's going to talk, because none of this stuff works if you don't get the subscribers, you don't get the views, you don't dial in your message, you don't set up your channel, you don't, and so, but when you've got those things going, this is then bolting on, it's attaching that reoccurring revenue. So you want to research before you press record, rank your videos in search, connected to reoccurring revenue. And there's so many different ways to do it. Now you could build a real passive income business, and honestly, a freedom business, because when you've created leverage like that, you could do what you want, when you want, where you want, with the people that matter most to you.
That's amazing. And we are almost at time. This is super helpful. I can't wait to get started. Like, no joke. Like, I'm going to get started right after we hop off here. It's super helpful. This has been very helpful because I feel like whenever someone's doing affiliate marketing, like when I was talking about the Nest and the Ecobee and all that stuff, if I go to Best Buy, I'm going to feel like they're going to try to sell me on something. Like, for me personally, is like the trust issue. I'm like, they're just going to try to upsell me. They're just trying to do this and that. They don't really have my best interest at heart. So when you have somebody on YouTube that's just like, listen, and I think you should be. If you're going to be doing affiliate marketing and I buy my Nest through your affiliate link, like, yeah, I'm happy that you get a cut because you put all this time into editing it and video and all that other stuff. So they should be paid something. I totally agree with that. But they're not as bought into like, here's 5 different ones that I looked at. Here's 5 different thermostats or the top 3 thermostats. I feel like they're telling me the truth versus like this big corporate entity that's like, they're just telling me this because, they want me to buy this, you know what I mean? Like, there's this trust kind of honesty quotient to it.
Well, I totally agree. In fact, I think that's the opportunity for those listening. A couple things. One, because people want someone who's like them, a real person who is in the trenches, doing whatever, raising their kids, figuring out their life, and someone who could say, look, 6 months ago, I bought 2 blenders, one broke, one didn't, and it can just speak from their experience, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But the other thing that is exciting is not only is some attention shifting away, or a lot of attention is shifting away from places like a Best Buy, for example, is also there's been many articles about the rise of micro influencers. And what studies have been showing is that micro influencers actually have more influence, like percentagely, than some of these mega celebrity influencers. And specifically what that means, and there's some articles you could search micro influencers on Google and read on like Forbes, like micro influencers Forbes. And that means less than 30,000 followers. Now, I understand that's a lot. And,
Sure.
Someone's like, well, I got 30. So, 30,000. Well, yeah, but less than 30,000. Here's the thing. Highly engaged audience and in a specific niche. Heather's a perfect example. The homeschooling house with Heather Torres. Like, it's a very specific audience. She has 12,000 subscribers. But what brands are realizing is it is that trust factor. We have actually less trust for like the celebrity that's in an ad, or for like the Kardashian or whatever. And they're still doing fine, of course. But what they've realized is that some of the multi-million followed type of people percentagely don't necessarily have a very major impact. But when someone's got like 5,000 focused, devoted followers, they're serving them, trust has been built, a bond has been built.
Sure.
That person also respects their audience. So they're not going to just say yes to everything. So when they do say yes, and that's kind of what we've built, when I say, look, like, this camera's great, like, you could trust it, it's going to work for you, and I built my reputation, reputation is important. Sure. Then people go, okay, yeah, you just tell me what to get, I'll get it, because I know it's going to work. I know it's going to help me. And so then I would, although my numbers are bigger, I would still consider myself like a micro influencer, meaning not just like a superstar. I'm not Will Smith or George Clooney, and I'm not a Kardashian or like a Jake Paul or PewDiePie. Like, I'm just serving people in this kind of tech niche and building trust. So I would totally agree.
That's so good. Yeah. And it's like John Maxwell, he talks about the law of buy-in. So if I buy into Sean Cannell, that I know he's going to be honest with me, or whoever this next person, our listeners, you're going to start a YouTube channel, YouTube videos, things like that. They're going to buy whatever you're selling because they know that you're not just trying to sell out, and you put your name on the product, the service, whatever it may be. And that's what's so freeing. That's what's so liberating to me, is like, it's like a breath of fresh air, because I feel like we are, like I said earlier, inundated with ads and promotions and this and that, and check out this, hit the subscribe button. And I'm like, you didn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't like earn anything here. There's no exchange here. So that's a whole nother topic, whole nother interview, but we are almost at time. This has been seriously unbelievable. Thank you so much for coming on. If we could, as we're rounding third, a final thought, and then we'll end with guest plugs and we'll be done.
Yeah. I think a final thought is take some time to take a step back, take a deep breath, and to think about your vision and really what you want for your life. Because if we kind of pull it back to reasons come before results, here's what I will say after we share all this inspirational content about making money, is that then what shows up next, though, is the work. And Thomas Edison is known for the quote that says, opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth is
Sure.
that, is this YouTube reality real? It is. Is even beyond YouTube, what we're talking about, this real? I mean, I'll pepper in a few other things. LinkedIn video right now, super hot. I mean, maybe we need to do another podcast because we don't have the time.
Sure.
Uploading video native to LinkedIn, that's hot. IGTV, video content on Instagram, live streaming, Facebook, paid ads. There's so much opportunity right now to build lives, build businesses, build income streams that are not like the past generation did. That because of the internet, we are living through the greatest communication shift in the last 2,000 years. Period. End of story. You can't debate it.
Yeah.
There has been nothing as significant for communications as the internet. Every time, whether it was the Roman roads back 2,000 years ago, or the radio or television or newspapers, every time there was books, the printing press, there was always that explosion of, again, opportunity and new things that didn't exist before were now like whether you're a business owner or a creative or an artist or an author. And so really just understanding the era we're living in, but then getting really clear on your personal vision and your reasons so that you can double down and get to work. Roll your sleeves up to read the book and shoot the videos and make the mistakes. And whoops, I forgot to turn my mic on. And wow, that was a long night. That didn't go how I thought it would. And man, I thought I'd be further by now. But look, you got to just put in the work. And I love what you opened up with is, overnight success is never overnight.
Right.
But this can be practical when you commit to it. You say, I'm going to learn it. That information's out there. The training is there. The path, the math, people have, it's kind of like climbing Everest, and people have, they've charted it. And what I mean is building a business or building a side income and really building, like, let's think about this, being able to quit your job, being able to actually stay home and work from home, being able to have a life on your own terms, and being able to do all that, it's amazing. So really, I know sometimes we have fear of hope because it sounds too good to be true. It is true, but it's also hard. And so when you think about something, I think about climbing Mount Everest. It's kind of like trying to build an online business or side income. There's a couple things I'd recommend people have as we close. And that is, if you were going to climb Everest, you don't do it alone. Like nobody does, especially the first time. You don't go do something like that alone. You're going to get a couple of things. The first thing is a map. And that's why, I'm not trying to tie it directly to our book, but that's, if you want to do YouTube, it's a map. Someone's already done it. They wrote the map. Like the time to have the map is before you enter the woods. Right. So you'd want to have a map.
Right.
The second thing is you get a guide. And those that are climbing Everest, they hire a guide. And so, but we have things, it's free. You could go to ThinkMedia or Video Influencers on YouTube, and there are guides that can walk you along. But that also might be at some point where there could be coaching. There could be seasons where I love going to conferences, events, because guides can pour into my life and help me come over the challenge that I'm going for. The other one would be tools. And we got people covered that as well. You don't just roll out with no jacket, not the right shoes. At some level, there's tools, there's software, there's the cameras. And then the final one is community. And I think that's what I'd leave people with, is that when you're climbing Everest, we're stronger together and you're carabiner to a few other people. I would recommend that if you want this stuff to work, keep listening to this podcast, get connected with other people online, and more importantly, as you progress offline. I think that online, as this kind of online business thing continues to grow, offline relationships are more important than ever. And that just means maybe get into events. Here's one thing you could do in your local city. Go to meetup.com and type in your city, sign up for an account, it's free. And then look for entrepreneur, business, social media, blogging, podcasting, online marketing as search terms, YouTube in your city, and go to meetups. What's going to happen? You're going to meet people. Is it going to change your life? Maybe, maybe not. Like I know that I've found team members and interns and partners and at meetups, but I've also gone to some and nothing's happened. So just a commitment to get out and meet people, because you definitely need a map, you need a guide, you need the right tools, and you need a community. I think if you surround your life with those four things, then you basically have made success inevitable.
That Everest analogy is awesome. I've never heard that before. That's super good. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That could have been a podcast. We could have like 8 different episodes here. Maybe I'll just cut these up and we'll just do part one of 8. I don't know, this has been so good. Sean, this has been unbelievable. I want to just encourage our listeners right now to, if you're thinking about it, you should be, because like Sean said, YouTube's the second largest search engine in the world. Get on YouTube, find your niche, find your broad, whatever you want to do, whatever you need to do to get on there. Get on there, buy a copy for you and a friend of Sean's book, and check it out. You can also see his Think Media. He has provided a ton of content for free, so you can trust him. You can trust that he's not trying to just get your money and just trying to swindle you. He's going to give you the best content, and he gives you like tons of hours of content for free. So, Sean, before we go, if we could just get anything you'd like to promote, any websites, social media, anything you want to promote before we go.
Yeah. I mean, again, if you want to check out the book and grab, we have $100 worth of free bonuses with the action guide and a 1-hour training video. All of that is at secrets.com, tubesecretsbook.com. And then you mentioned it, Think Media. I think if you go to YouTube, type in Think Media, that's a great way to get started. Literally go to the YouTube, go to the search bar, type in the word Think Space Media, and you'll find the channel. And then just look through some of those videos and pace yourself, because YouTube, much like life, is a marathon and not a sprint. You start immersing yourself, changing your thinking a little bit, watching some videos, getting some ideas, journaling, taking some action. And so Think Media is there to support you along the way. Myself and my team would love to help. So check us out on YouTube. And Matt, I really appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. Sean, thank you again. This has been unbelievable.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Entreneato. We'd like to invite you to visit us on the web at Entreneato.com. And here's some of the neato things you can expect when you get there. As a token of our appreciation for tuning in, you can download a free audiobook. And that's thanks to our friends at Audible. You can purchase your very own super official, super comfy, and super trendy neato t-shirt. Looking to take your life and business to the next level? You can sign up for a free coaching call. Have a question or comment for us? You can click contact and connect with us. All of this and more is waiting for you at Entreneato.com. Finally, don't forget to subscribe to our show and stay current on all the amazing interviews with our neato guests. Now take what you've learned and apply it and start living your neato life now.